Welcome back, Saber fans. Tony here from Run Sabers, and today another update video for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, a website, runsabers.com, where you can find my finished products and sound fonts. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the link in the description below. So here we have a Ultimate Works AA. This is their Anakin Episode 2 lightsaber. Now, this customer here is getting his first saber for the first time, and he reached out wanting to buy this particular saber and wanted to make sure that it was basically updated and all that jazz and up to par with the code and the sound fonts and to basically tell Anakin's story. He's been very communicative on what he wants and constant communication on when to buy it and all this other stuff, and so I want to go through and make a video for it. He also did technically request a video. I don't really do update videos anymore, and so he really wanted this one to be recorded, so I hope he enjoys this video. I hope you guys also do. And so with this update, again, I didn't do any electronics, that's why I consider it an update. I just coded it. And so basically we're going through all of Anakin's story, so from Tusken Terminator all the way to Vader, and so very, very nice. And he was a huge saber fan. His original saber was this saber, but the Hasbro version. He wanted the Greeblies to act a certain way as well. Originally they just kind of pulsed on all the time, which is very annoying for me. And so I ended up coding them as two sub-blades, which was one green arrow, which is Luke Skywalker's, and one red arrow, which will pulse like Luke Skywalker as well, so that'll be different. This control box lights up, which I was very unaccustomed to. This, I think, is the only version that does it. Ultimate Works likes doing that type of stuff, but is attached to the pixels here on the edge. So when I went to go code another sub blade for it, I actually had like the first 3 pixels of the the blade light up, and so I ended up just leaving it the way it was, so it'll just remain on when the saber's on and then off when the saber's off. I also ended up coding another sub blade of the accents here, or I guess just another blade, and so this will pulse like a kit sensor, and then when it's off, it'll basically pulse like a crystal. And so you do have a kill switch here. He wanted me to point it out. This is an update that Ultimate Works has done. They don't usually have a kill switch, but now they have included a kill switch on the chassis, so it's on the very bottom of these arrows here, close to the speaker, and you can turn it on, so I can show you the accents as well.
And not just the men, but the women, and the children too.
And so you have that kit sensor that goes back and forth, and then when the saber's on, it'll just pulse a heartbeat. Now, another thing to note is you do have buttons here, power and aux, so you can turn on and off the saber with that. And then I was going to go through, I already explained the orientation to him, but Ultimate Works has a system where you can plug in the saber, but you can plug it in 2 ways based on the orientation. You can just rotate it 180 degrees. Now, depending on how you want the buttons, the first 3 buttons here are your power, and then 3 buttons on the bottom can be your aux. But depending on the orientation, you go through it. So the way that I have explained it is the board orientation with lining up with the Covertech or lining up with the Greeblies here. And so I'll go through that. So with the board lined up to the Greeblies here, you will have
I'm Anakin Skywalker.
The top 3 buttons here be your aux. And so I usually like my top 3 buttons to be power, or top buttons in general to be power. And so I'll switch it 180 degrees so the board's lined up with the Covertech, and then I'll point this down so I can go back to the first one. This will be your aux button now. So with the orientation with the board to the Covertech, your top 3 buttons are now your power. So you can see the Greeblies and this and all that jazz. So yeah. So without further ado, I think I've explained enough. I'll go through all the features and some of the sound fonts. He wanted me to be as thorough as possible when going through the features of Proffie. I've already sent him the Fed263's instructions, so if I missed anything, he can go through and look in that, of course. So without further ado, let's put in a blade. So here I have a 27-inch blade here in the studio. That's the blade I usually demo with inside the studio. You can see the Greeblies light up, and then, of course, these will light up as well. One thing I wanted to mention is that the retention screw is this brass thumb screw, and so you can tighten that. I'm not a huge fan of thumb screws being retention screws. They sometimes can come loose, so just be aware of that. You can, if you know the thread size, you can replace it with an actual retention screw. But yeah, so if it comes loose, just tighten it. It doesn't have a lot of blade depth, only probably about that much. And so yeah, the saber is very loud for a 22mm speaker. You can see the blade style a bit better. This is a prequel blade style. Let's see here. A very accurate flicker. This is the Fed263's rotoscoping blade for the prequels, a singular color. And the singular color is the accurate true blue color that I've made. And so for blasters, just hit aux. It is responsive to the angle of the blade. Now it is very loud, so if you want to do the volume menu, you can just hold down the power button and then hold or tap aux.
Volume menu.
You can go in the volume menu, you can rotate to go down, or rotate to go up. It'll tell you maximum and minimum volume.
Maximum volume.
We'll go down to about that much, I think.
Exiting volume menu.
So the volume will change a bit. You can go through that and do that because it is very loud right now. That is a bit better. You also have a battery command on there. So he doesn't have the party blade on here, so what you want to do for battery voltage is I have a say battery command or define on there. So you just want to hold down the aux button and tap power.
Battery level 92%.
It'll tell you the battery voltage. It'll also tell you when it is low battery. And so yeah. So for force effects, you want to hold down the power button for 2 seconds and let go. For multi-blast, you want to hold down the aux button for 2 seconds and let go. You get that multi-blast begin sound, you can just swing your saber for blasters. If you have it, you can hold down the aux button for 2 more seconds, and you get their guns to overheat. You can just hit the aux button if you want normal blasters to control it. For lightning block, you want to hold power, tap aux while the saber's on. For color changing, it's the opposite, so hold aux, tap power. You can go through the color wheel, or I guess the color selection. It's not really the color wheel anymore. You can click on the color by hitting power. You can go back to the original coded color by hitting aux.
Revert.
So yeah. This does have a quote player on there. To get into that mode, you want to tilt the blade down and hold down the power button for 2 seconds and let go.
I am C3PO.
That will change from between force effects and quote player. Now you can hold down the power button for 2 seconds and let go.
I've come to see
And
my
we'll
mother.
go sequentially for the quotes.
I'm Anakin Skywalker. Is my mother here?
To go back into the force effect player, you can tilt the blade down again and do the same thing. And you're back to playing force effects. You do have a track player on here. To get into that, you just want to hold the blade horizontal like this, hold down the power button for 2 seconds and let go. And start playing tracks. You can rotate the saber to change between tracks. This has a lot of them on there. Now to select a track, you just want to hit the power button. You can randomize it by hitting the aux button. Then hold it down to turn off. Next up.
I'm Anakin Skywalker.
This is the standard version of Tusken Terminator V2. The previous one was the Tusken version. So this one's more like the standard hum. Different force effects on here. Different quotes and stuff on here for the quote player.
Not at all. You fell into that nightmare, Master, and I rescued you, remember? I haven't seen her in 10 years, Master.
Annie? My goodness, you've grown.
So have you. Grown more beautiful, I mean.
So yeah, this will also have a track player on there. You can go through all the tracks. Across the stars. All types of stuff. So yeah. Next up.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
This is the clan version of Kyberphonics Tusken Terminator V2. This one is a green blade. See the accents and stuff there very nicely. Flashes. For lockup, you want to hold down either or button and clash. I think I already explained that, but just in case I didn't. But yeah, this one has different quotes on there as well.
I retransmitted it just as you had requested, Master. Then we decided to come and rescue you.
I forget that's
I've got a
two
bad
separate
feeling
quotes.
about this. What about Padme? Jump! Call this a diplomatic solution.
So yeah, this one also have different tracks on there. The Geonosis Arena, the Clone Battle, and then Anakin and Dooku versus Obi-Wan. So yeah, next up.
Last chance.
This is Ronin Sabers, or my sound font for BFOB. This is a Clone Wars / Battlefront inspired Anakin sound font. Tons of quotes on here.
We'll do it your way. We're in a bit of a situation. Why do I have to do everything myself? Got an idea, but it's risky. Why do I have to do everything myself? I am a slow learner.
Multi-blast begin sounds are different.
Lay down your blasters or face the consequences. Surrender! I won't tell you again.
Which is really cool. This has the Clone Wars track on there. Because, you know, why not? Next up.
Anakin Skywalker.
This is the Chosen One by K-Sith. This is the hero version. So a nice prequel blue on there. Different force effects and stuff on there. This has the track player on there as well. Battle over Coruscant. Anakin's Dark Deeds. Several other things as well. Order 66. Yeah. Next up.
Darth Vader.
This is the villain version of K-Sith's Chosen One. So this one will start off blue, and then it'll go directly to red if you do color changing, symbolizing Anakin's turn. Now this one, if you do the multi-blast begin sound, has a very specific one.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
The blasters here also fit that. So you can slaughter as many younglings as you'd like. And tap once more to get out of it. This also does have force effects on there.
Do what must be done, Lord Vader. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
This will also have a coda track on there. This is Anakin's Dark Deeds, of course. Next up.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must.
This is the Chosen One V2, or Chosen One Hero version again. This is configured to be the battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
You will try.
So it has a track on there. Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
You will try.
Different quotes on there.
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
So now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Don't make me kill you.
Yeah. Next up. This is Father V2 by Kyberphonic. This is the Rogue One version. So nice slow ignition there. Different blasters, different quotes.
Its power to create problems has certainly been confirmed. Your city destroyed to drop an Imperial facility openly attacked.
Some very long quotes.
Its power to create problems has certainly been confirmed. A city destroyed. An Imperial facility openly attacked.
This, of course, will have the hallway scene on there. But yeah, next up. This is the same sound font, Father V2, but this is the New Hope version. Faster ignition.
A tremor in the Force. The last time I felt it was in the presence of my old master. He is here. Escape is not his plan. I must face him alone.
This one has the Imperial March on there. Next up. This is the ESB version of Father V2.
Don't fail me again. Admiral. Well, Calrissian, did you survive? Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly.
This one has the Luke versus Vader track on there. Yeah. Next up. This is the ROTJ version of Father V2.
There is no conflict. What is thy bidding, my master? His lightsaber. Your feelings have now betrayed her too. They are clear, my master.
This one has the Throne dual track on there.
If you will not turn and perhaps she will.
So, yeah. Next up. And now we're back to the beginning, so that concludes the update for the Ultimate Works Anakin Episode 2, or AA. Of course, I hope the customer enjoys it. I hope you enjoyed the review. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.